Ever wondered how a simple chemical reaction can lead to life-saving drugs? Welcome to our exploration of chemical processes and API manufacturing. Chemical processes are at the heart of nearly everything we see, touch, and consume. From the water we drink to the air we breathe, chemical processes are involved. But perhaps one of the most impactful and fascinating areas where chemical processes play a crucial role is in the pharmaceutical industry. And the hero of this story? Active pharmaceutical ingredients, or APIs. APIs are the very essence, the soul of any drug or medication. They are the substances that make the medication work, that give it its therapeutic effect. Whether it's a painkiller, an antibiotic, or a life-saving cancer drug, it's the API that does the heavy lifting. But how does one go from a chemical reaction to an API? That's where the magic of API manufacturing comes in. It's a complex, multi-step process involving a series of chemical reactions to produce the desired API. The process includes steps like chemical synthesis, where different chemicals are combined to form new compounds, purification, where unwanted substances are removed, and finally crystallization, where the API is formed into a solid state, and it doesn't stop there. Once the API is created, it needs to be combined with other substances to create the final medication. This is done in a pharmaceutical manufacturing plant using a variety of equipment such as reactors, filters, dryers, and mills. Now this might all sound a bit overwhelming, but don't worry. Over the next few minutes we will be taking a closer look at each of these steps, the factors that can affect them, and the equipment used in the process. So, if you've ever looked at a pill and wondered how it came to be, or if you're just curious about the science behind the medications we use every day, you're in the right place. Now that we've set the stage, let's delve deeper into the factors affecting these processes. What influences the outcome of a chemical process? It's not just a matter of mixing substances and waiting for a reaction. Let's talk about the key factors that affect chemical processes. These include temperature, pressure, concentration, and catalysts. Each of these factors can significantly influence the speed and outcome of a reaction. Firstly, temperature. It's like the fuel that drives the chemical reaction. When you increase the temperature, molecules move faster and collide more frequently, causing the reaction speed to increase. However, if the temperature is too high, it might denature the reactants, leading to an undesired outcome. Next up, we have pressure. Pressure impacts the rate of reaction primarily in gas reactions. When the pressure is increased, the gas molecules are forced closer together, escalating the frequency of collisions, and hence the rate of reaction. Thirdly, concentration. In a high concentration environment, there are more reactant molecules in a given space. This increases the chance of collisions, and thus, the reaction speed. However, it's not just about adding more reactants. The balance of concentration is crucial, as an excess of one reactant might lead to waste or undesired side reactions. Finally, we have catalysts, the unsung heroes of chemical reactions. Catalysts are substances that increase the rate of a chemical reaction by lowering the energy needed for the reaction to occur. They are not consumed in the process, meaning they can be used repeatedly. Catalysts are often vital in industrial chemical processes, where speed and efficiency are paramount. Now imagine juggling all these factors in a real-life scenario, like in the production of active pharmaceutical ingredients or APIs. The precision required is immense. A slight fluctuation in temperature or an error in concentration could result in a product that's not up to standard or even unsafe. That's why understanding these factors is crucial in the world of API manufacturing, where precision is key. The art and science of controlling these factors to achieve the desired outcome is what makes a successful chemical engineer or a pharmaceutical scientist. So remember, it's not just about mixing substances and waiting for a reaction. It's about knowing and controlling the factors that influence the reaction. API manufacturing isn't a simple task. It involves a complex series of steps and specific equipment. And when we say specific, we mean it. Each piece of equipment plays a critical role in creating the final product. So, let's dive in and explore the world of API manufacturing equipment. First off, we have reactors. Now, reactors are the heart of the chemical manufacturing process. They're where all the magic happens, where the raw materials are transformed into active pharmaceutical ingredients. Reactors need to be robust and versatile, as they handle a wide array of chemical reactions from simple mixtures to complex multi-step processes. Next, we have centrifuges. These are like the filtering system of API manufacturing. They're used to separate the liquids from solids, or even different types of liquids from each other. Imagine you've just brewed a pot of tea and you want to separate the tea leaves from the liquid. That's essentially what a centrifuge does, but on a much larger and more complex scale. Then, there's the unsung hero of the manufacturing process, the dryer. After the centrifuge has done its job of separating the solids and liquids, we're often left with a wet product, and that's where the dryer comes in. It removes the remaining moisture from the product, ensuring we're left with a dry, stable API ready for the next stage of the process. It's not just about having the right equipment, though, it's about how they work together. Each piece of equipment needs to be connected and coordinated to ensure a smooth, efficient process. From the reactors where the chemical reactions take place, through the centrifuges which separate the products, to the dryers which remove any remaining moisture, each piece of equipment plays a vital role in the process. With the right equipment in place, the next step is setting it up efficiently. Because remember, in API manufacturing, it's not just about the destination, it's about the journey. And having the right equipment, set up in the right way, makes for a much smoother journey. The layout of process equipment isn't random. It's a carefully planned setup that ensures efficiency and safety. Just like a maestro conducting an orchestra, every piece of equipment in a chemical process has its place and purpose. Imagine walking into your kitchen. Everything is arranged for a purpose, right? The stove is near the gas line, the refrigerator is near an electrical outlet, and your knives and cutting board are within reach. This is not just for convenience, it's also for safety. Similarly, in a chemical process, the layout of the process equipment is meticulously planned to ensure smooth operations and to prevent accidents. The layout affects not just the speed, but also the safety and quality of active pharmaceutical ingredient, or API, manufacturing. A well-planned layout can significantly speed up the manufacturing process. For instance, having reactants close to the reaction vessel can save precious time. On the other hand, a poorly planned layout can lead to inefficiencies and even safety hazards. Imagine if a highly reactive substance was stored too close to a heat source. The outcome could be disastrous. In API manufacturing, the quality of the end product is of utmost importance. The layout of the equipment plays a crucial role here too. Equipment used for quality control, such as chromatographs and spectrometers, need to be easily accessible. This allows for quick and frequent testing, ensuring that the API meets the necessary standards. Let's look at some examples. A good layout would have the raw materials entering from one end of the plant and the finished product exiting from the other. This linear flow prevents cross-contamination and ensures a smooth manufacturing process. A bad layout, on the other hand, might have the finished product and raw materials crossing paths, increasing the risk of contamination. Remember, a well-designed layout is not static. It evolves with changes in technology, regulations, and the needs of the manufacturing process. It's a continuous process of improvement and optimization. To sum up, a well-planned layout is the backbone of efficient API manufacturing. It ensures safety, enhances efficiency, and guarantees the quality of the end product. So next time you see a chemical plant, remember, it's not just a random assortment of equipment. It's a symphony of science, carefully orchestrated for maximum efficiency and safety. Chemical processes and API manufacturing are complex fields, but understanding them can give us a deeper appreciation for the drugs and medications we use every day. As we've seen throughout this discussion, these processes are intricate, multifaceted, and absolutely vital to our modern healthcare industry. Let's quickly recap what we've learned. We started by unpacking the factors affecting chemical processes. Temperature, pressure, concentration, and catalysts all have a role to play in how these reactions occur. Understanding these variables isn't just about academic curiosity, it's about ensuring that we can produce effective, safe, and reliable pharmaceuticals with consistency and precision. Next, we explored the general list of equipment used in active pharmaceutical ingredient, or API, manufacturing. This includes reactors, centrifuges, dryers, and other specialized machinery. Each of these pieces of equipment have a specific function, and together, they facilitate the complex chemical reactions needed to produce APIs. It's a fascinating interplay of science and engineering that ultimately results in the medicines we rely on. Lastly, we examined the importance of a good layout for process equipment. A well-designed layout can streamline operations, improve safety, and increase the overall efficiency of the manufacturing process. It's a testament to the thought, care, and expertise that goes into every stage of pharmaceutical production. As we wrap up, remember that this is just the tip of the iceberg. The world of pharmaceuticals is vast, and there's so much more to learn. But hopefully, this discussion has given you a glimpse into the fascinating, complex world of chemical processes and API manufacturing. Subscribe for more because you won't find me later. Our journey into the world of pharmaceuticals is just beginning.